Hey there, this is Marcus and I'm here once again to help you a little bit with your English. Today we're going to talk about how to think in English. I know a lot of people who seeking such thing, so I'm going to share a couple of things you can do so that you may start off your journey towards such goal. Let's get started, shall we? First, the most obvious one. Spend time with the language. Listen and watch native speakers as much as you can. It can be through podcasts, TV shows, movies, or whatever draws your attention. You must surround yourself with English. Change your cell phone, computer, email, even Facebook to English. Look for people to whom you may practice. Don't you know anyone? Go to the internet and make some virtual friends. There are a lot of people who are also trying the same thing. The more you get in touch with the language, the more familiar you get with it. Once you start getting used to the language, thinking in English will be way easier. One of the keys to start thinking in English is to try a little bit every day, which means keeping consistency in your practice until the words and sentences you start to come without effort, hence automatically. You must learn how to listen. What do you mean by that, you may ask? Well, when listening to a conversation, for instance, try to start noticing patterns. Which words are usually used together? I started my first tip with the word spend time with. This is a common phrase that frequently comes up, so try to remember the chunks, not just the single words. The other thing is to keep reviewing what you've learned so far. To be fluent and start to think in English, it's better to master a little bit than knowing a lot of words and not knowing how to use them properly. I know one or two people like that. Stop translating things and start understanding them in English. Example, if I say the word chair, try to picture a real chair and not its translation. If it is a word that is not a thing that you can picture that easily, like love, try to remember its meaning or definition. So, love, a strong feeling towards someone or something else. Yeah, there are some people who love material things. Anyway, what I'm trying to say here is that you have to I said kind of, abandon your native language, at least until you get used to English. Otherwise, your brain will get used to translating everything you see, and that will slow you down when you try to use the language for real. Another example about how to practice thinking in English is by trying to describe your environment, like the people around you. Try to think about what they are wearing, what they are doing, or even where could they be going to. Make plans in English. Tomorrow I'll go to the supermarket in the morning. Later on, I'm going to have lunch with my brother and spend the afternoon at home. In the evening, I'm going to the movies with some friends. When doing this, you are free to add as many details as you want. Are you going to make a list or take notes about something? Do it in English. If you don't know all the words, note them down and look for them later. An awesome thing to do is to create a journal. Every day before going to bed, write it down what you've done during the day and what you're going to do tomorrow. It is a great way to work verb tenses. I know, sometimes you may think or feel that you're not improving, but believe it or not, if you're doing all that I mentioned here, you are improving. It takes time to notice, that's all. Just keep doing what you've been doing and persist on it. That may sound sort of impossible or perhaps even crazy for those who are still trying to start thinking in English, but after mastering such thing and achieving a certain level in the language, you will eventually start dreaming in English. Isn't that amazing? You just have to be patient. Knowing a language is a skill and ability, so you need a lot of practice. You didn't learn how to ride a bicycle in a single day, did you? Learning a new language is a long journey, which means that dedication, consistency, and patience are the main ingredients to achieve success in such endeavor. Alright, sailor, that's it. I wish you a good and safe journey. Thanks for watching and see you next time.